Thanks, Mr. Chairman. This is a hearing worth having for sure. So we all sort of agree on the problem. Climate change is real. It's affecting quality of life on the planet over time. We all agree with that. What to do about it is problematic, but let's talk about pricing carbon. Your price on carbon, what would that translate to, Doug, in terms of increasing gas prices?
I don't have a specific price for carbon that I would translate into gas prices, but the literature says very clearly that the right way to do this is to have.
No, I got it. I got it. So
No,
we
no,
gotta
let
be
me
on it.
finish.
No, no,
Let me
wait,
finish.
wait.
It's a revenue neutral carbon tax, so that you use the revenues to get rid of other taxes that people who make gasoline will have to pay. So the net impact on the pump price is not obvious from that. You're getting some things going down, not just up.
So revenue neutral gas tax. You take the money you collect from gas taxes and you offset obligations in other areas, right?
Revenue neutral carbon tax, economy-wide, so that you can use the revenues to diminish taxes on capital and labor. Those are corporation income taxes, payroll taxes.
Okay, I'm
Take your
making
pick.
$20 an hour in South Carolina. How do I get my money back for an increased gas tax?
Payroll tax reduction.
Okay, how does that affect Social Security?
The sad reality is it doesn't affect Social Security very much because it's already not going to have enough money. So you better figure that out.
Okay. What would you do?
Well, Senator, I really liked Senator Wyden's plan that didn't get into the Build Back Better, but he suggested that we have a low carbon tax to begin with, exclude gasoline, and then allow the incentive to rise quickly. And so, there are various ways to address this. I would say that the gasoline is very inelastic, and so you really don't impact very much the amount of pollution by putting on a gasoline tax. I think there's much better ways to address it.
How would it affect utility bills? This approach?
How would...
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to pay. Carbon's generated through transportation and production of energy itself.
Well, Senator, I'm not an expert on utility, but I believe that utilities around the country have very different carbon footprints. So in an area where you have clean electricity, it wouldn't be much of an impact.
Generally supportive, but the problem with this is we talk in circles. I'm asking you, if we go down this road, how much will your utility bill go up? How much gas prices will go up? We need to actually talk more honestly about that. How about something maybe we can agree on? That if we don't get China and India and other big emitters to do better, it doesn't really matter a whole lot what we do here. Do you agree with that, Doug?
I do agree with that.
Does everybody on the panel agree with that? Is one way to do that a border-adjusted carbon fee?
Certainly, it would be if we had a global regime with people all
Well, the EU
doing
has
something,
one, right? The EU has
then we
one.
then we should have a border adjustment so
Mr.
uniform.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's a great way to go, and I think it's something that both parties can agree on. So let's move forward.
So if you're looking at trying to make big polluters like China and India to change their behavior, we do all the things back here at home, may drive up prices. When they send products into the country, they're going to pay a pollution fee, for lack of a better term. You agree with that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We need to measure the incentives globally to reduce emissions. We need to harmonize them, and we need to get them to the appropriate level. So let's work together to do that.
If we do electrification of the vehicle fleet along the lines that car companies are talking about by 2035, 2040, how much demand in power production will that create in America?
I don't know, Senator.
Do you know, Doug?
I don't know the number off the top of my head. I'd be happy to get it to you, but in my written testimony, it's like a lot.
It's like a lot. Where does that a lot come from? Can you do it without natural gas?
I don't think so.
Can you do it without natural gas, Mr.?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
What you need to do is you need to create the right
whoa,
incentives
time
and
out,
let the
time
market
out,
work.
time out. How much increase in demand for power will come from electrifying the vehicle fleet? How much? 100%, 50%, 10%, 200%? Do you have a clue?
How much of the electricity demand will be increased by electrifying?
The cars are plugging into something.
Yeah, I don't know.
So in my
Well,
testimony,
how can you say if you don't know, there's no need for gas? This is the problem. Thanks.